Hello guys, welcome back. So in our previous video I showed you how we were able to create our admin dashboard page here. So in this video what we want to do is, if we log in as our admin, we want it to redirect us to our admin dashboard, and if we log in as user, we want it to redirect us to this dashboard here. So now if you go to the login page, where can we find this page in our VS Code? Now we don't need this. Where can we find the login page in our VS Code? Is in our resources folder. Inside our view folder, inside our auth folder, then we can find our login page here. As you can see, this is the email field here, or the email field, and this is also the password field here. This is the password field here. Now if we go to the list of our routes, I showed you how to check the list of your routes in the previous video. PHP artisan route list. Good. So you can see our login here. You can see where it's located inside the auth authenticated session controller. So let's open that up. Inside your app, HTTP, inside your controller, your auth. You can see authenticated session controller here. So inside your authenticated session controller, you can see your method here, create. You can see it here. The login authenticated session controller at create. So if you input your email and password, it's going to redirect you to this auth.login. What does this auth.login mean? This auth means it's a folder inside your resources, inside your view, then your auth. So this is the folder here, then the login page, which will be login.blade.php. This is it here, which you are going to input your email and password. So once you've inputted your email and password, it's going to redirect you to this login page, and this is also your store function, which will authenticate your credentials, which is your email and password, and will redirect you to the route service, which is home. Where do you get this route service? You get your route service provider inside your providers here. This is your providers folder. As you can see, route service provider. So once you open it, you can see it has a constant function, which is home. So as soon as you input your email and password there, it redirects you to the login. It redirects you to this login page to input your email and password. And once you've done that, it redirects you to your store method, which will authenticate your credentials and redirects you to your route service provider, which has a constant function of home. As you can see here, it has a constant function of home, which is equals to your /dashboard. That means once you log in, it automatically redirects you to your /dashboard. As you can see here, once you log in here, it automatically redirects you to your /dashboard route here. So that is the constant function. So that means we need to work in our authenticated session controller here. So that means we'll need to work in our store function here, so that in case we log in with our admin controller, it should redirect us to our admin /dashboard, and if we log in with our user credential, it should redirect us to our /dashboard. So after this regenerates here, we're using one of our default variable, which is URL. I will set it to empty variable for now. So after that, we'll be using one of our condition statements, which is if condition. So do it like this. So now we'll be getting two things from our requested data here. What are the two things we are getting? We are getting our email and our password. So to get our email and password, we'll need to have access to our field name, which is row. Let's come here. So we need to have access to our field name, which is row. We need to have access to this row using this table, which is the user table. So from here, we'll copy this requested data, we'll paste it here. And to have access to the field name, which is row, we have to have access to it through the users table. Then the row. And the row, which will be equals to our string name, our string which we've named admin. So we'll take our variable here again, our default variable, which is URL, and equals it to, so you guys should understand this part. We are getting two things through our requested data here, which is our email and password. So once we've gotten our email and password, we want to have access to the row field in our database. We want to have access to this row field in our user database. To have access to this row field, we'll be having access to it through the table name, which is user. So that's what we've done here. Our requested data, which is our email and password, then we'll need to use it to have access to our row field. So we are having access to this row field through our user. So if this our role is equal to admin, so we'll take our default variable again and equals it will be equal to our admin route here. So we'll copy it, equal to our admin route here. So that means if our role is equal to admin, that means it will redirect us to our admin dashboard. So else, so we're using the else if. So we'll copy this, else if we'll copy this. That means now if our role is equal to user, it should just redirect us to our dashboard. So that is all. Now if our role is equals to admin, it will take us to admin/dashboard. Or if it equals to user, it will take us to just dashboard. Okay, so now let's rearrange our code, make this here, and this should be user, not users. User. We did not close this else if bracket here. So now it should be working perfectly now. So let's save all. So now if our role is equals to admin, it should take us to this route. And if our role is equals to user, it should take us to this route. Let's refresh and check what we've done out. So let's log in as our user. Password for user is 222. As you can see, our user took us to this slash dashboard. So let's log in as admin. Let's see if it will take us to our slash admin slash dashboard page. So admin 111. Okay. Wow, as you can see, we logged in with admin and it took us directly to our admin slash dashboard page. So that means what we've done worked. So I hope you guys understood what we did. Let me just do a quick recap. So now after our regenerate, we took our default variable here, set the variable to empty, and we use a if condition statement, and we took our requested data here. What are the two things the requested data is getting? Our email and password. And from the email and password, we want to have access to our role. So to have access to our role, we did it using our table, which is user. This is our table here. Our table, which is user. And once the role in the user table is equals to admin, it will redirect us to this route here. And once the role is equals to user, it will redirect us to this route here. So that's what we've done here. So now I noticed something else. Now we are logged in as admin, but we can access the user dashboard. We are logging as admin, we can access the user dashboard. Now let's log in as user and see if we can access the admin dashboard. So now we are logged in as user. Let's see if we can access the admin dashboard. You can see a user can also access the admin dashboard, which should not be. A user should not be able to access the admin dashboard route. So now in our next video, we'll be restricting the user from accessing the admin dashboard. I hope our lesson today is very clear and understandable. See you in the next video.